Everyone, Glenn Sanford here, founder of eXp Realty and CEO as well. Today, I'm excited to talk to Towanna and LaShawn Peterson Jackson, two-time ICON award, two-time ICON members out of Michigan. Super excited that you're here. Welcome, LaShawn and Towanna.
Thank you so much for having us. We appreciate being here.
Yes.
Well, now I'm seeing two different markets here. I'm seeing Michigan and Texas. So do you run like teams in multiple markets? How does that work?
So we don't have a team in Texas. What we have is we have our family in Texas who started a team in Texas. So we were thankful in that area that our family came into the business and they wanted to start a team. So we helped them, train them with that. Yeah.
Okay, so you're supporting.
Yes, yeah, to support them. Mm-hmm.
So okay, oh, awesome.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And now you've been with eXp now, I think, 2019, 2021, 2023. So I guess 3 years, 2021, 24 or 4. Oh yeah, so going on 4 years, three and a half years.
Yes, 3 years. Yeah.
Now, where were you at before eXp?
We were with Keller Williams before we switched over to eXp.
Okay.
We were with Keller Williams for about 2 years. And prior to that, we were with a smaller boutique brokerage.
Okay. And so what was it that attracted you to eXp?
For me, it was the corporate environment. I had always worked in a corporate collaborative environment during my corporate career, and eXp seemed to possess those qualities. And also for me, it was the attention that and the promises that eXp had for growing our business. And that was something that was lacking for us. Because Towanna and I, we were self-trained, self-taught. We did everything on our own with zero intervention from anybody except for what we could find online or at a local class. So to see everything that eXp offered, we just jumped right on it. It was, that was the catalyst for me.
Yeah. And for me, it was the eXp offered something that the model that I had never seen in other brokerages. Where it was with the revenue share. So my thought was I naturally attract people anyway. Mm-hmm. If I can naturally attract and build that into the real estate business, then we should be set. Anything happen, a recession comes through, if we could just do what we naturally do, mm-hmm. we could have this great, strong business.
Awesome. And how? So your agent attraction side of your business it seems like maybe it's worked pretty good. You've got 100+ people in your organization now.
150.
Yeah, we're almost at 150. Yeah. One of the good things, and we have 6 icons in our downline.
Yeah. Awesome.
Mm-hmm. All in the Metro Detroit area, which is not easy to do, Glenn.
Right. Well, it was designed not to be easy.
Yeah, you did. You did that one. We start to sweat a little bit. We just recently got another ICON agent that came in.
And we're so proud.
So we were so proud. We made a big celebration out of that. Because just the working for it and having the structure. And she had her own brokerage. And she said what she found at eXp was, hey, you guys hold us accountable. We have something that we're striving for. And so I think that program really allows mm-hmm. people to stretch themselves.
Yeah. I've so many agents I've talked to over the years that because the ICON award, they've actually went for it because they actually have something to go for. Mm-hmm. And in other companies, you get to go for the plaque or the whatever you get to hang around your neck at some event. But here you actually get a few shares of stock. So
that's the another recession-proof part for your business.
And that's another thing that attracted me to eXp, that we had like a benefit package. I'm like, oh, why are we here? Towanna, let's go.
Well, and it's, on that note, have you taken a look at the Clearwater benefits program where we've got from the healthcare side?
We are looking into that now.
Okay.
I'm a veteran, so it was not anything I really had to look in yet.
Right.
But that's something that LaShawn has decided now that she's shopping for healthcare that we're looking into that option.
And I was telling
Yeah.
Towanna didn't come to EXPCon, but I was telling her about all the things, the health benefits and all the things that you guys were talking about at EXPCon. So I was trying to catch her up with that. But we definitely are looking to the benefit package now. I mean, the health benefit.
So what's most surprised you about EXP now that you've been here for a few years?
You want to take that one?
For me, it is the way that leadership knows and pours into you. I have met people, like I met Jason. I met him at a where did we meet Jason? We met Jason. We were speaking at the LGBTQ Alliance, and Jason was there, and we met him, and I'm like, hey, Jason, we introduced ourselves, and I'm like, you're in my upline. You're at the top of my upline. And so now when he sees me, he go, hey, LaShawn, hey, Towanna, how you doing? He remembers us, and he makes it a point to speak to us. And we see Michael Valdez everywhere, and he's like our buddy. We love him. And I can pick up the phone and call Fee Gentry and just vent or ask her for help, and she is just right there for me. And, no matter if I'm feeling up or down, she's going to pour into me. She's going to celebrate with me. And I just appreciate that so much from her. And Jessica Nato has been like a guardian angel to us. She is, I'll start crying if I talk about Jessica, but she has just, in the short time that I've met her, she has poured more into Towanna and I as leaders, because sometimes we forget the leaders need propping up, and we need help, and we need support. And she has been that for us. And that's just the most surprising thing about EXP is how people who don't really have an input in, Fee and Jessica and these people, I'm not in their downline or upline or anything. So they don't get anything out of helping us, but they do.
Right. And you guys are about serving, your communities as well, right? So sometimes it's just about serving. And
I'm not used to people serving me, so that's I'm used to doing the serving.
Now, you guys are pretty active though in the community from just a service perspective. What do you guys do in your communities?
So our one of LaShawn and I main mission is to create home ownership in the African American community, and we do that by hosting home buying seminars. We go to local churches. We'll do it at schools. We also go to local schools for Career Day, because we believe to change and impact something, you need to start with children. We have donated our time and also monetarily to children that need, like LaShawn, we have a son that played football, and he was able to play football and get a scholarship to college. So sometimes we'll, donate cleats if needed, or if we need to get football uniforms or things like that for the local organization. So
we also a major sponsor for the Women's Professional Football League in Detroit.
Yeah.
Oh, did you say Women's Professional Football League?
Yeah,
absolutely. Tackle.
Okay.
Those ladies are sweet. They are nice. They're champions. So
the Detroit Venom, yes. We are there. We are a major sponsor of the Detroit Venom women's football team.
Yes.
So we do a lot, like I said, yeah.
Oh, fun. Well, I didn't, and it's a pro football team. It's not. This is not just an amateur league.
No, it's a pro league.
It's pro league.
They're hitting.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Either of you get out there on the field?
No. We rah from the back.
No, we sit in the stands. We're cheerleaders.
Now you're obviously involved in diversity communities, Black, lesbian. How have you dealt with that and in adversity, and how have you risen above that? How do you operate, and how has business been impacted or benefited from the way that you've approached it?
So it took us and LaShawn and I've been married, what it was it now?
2016.
Since 2016. And it took us a few years to even realize that people are discriminating against us for being lesbians. Like it's always what? That's what you pick because we're African American women. So being discrimination is something that has always happened to us. So rising above it is just natural. It's natural. How are you going to get above something? So you educate yourself. You educate others that you come in contact with. Um, we had people not want to use us because we are married and it's not something we're hiding or anything like that? Probably. But has it impacted our business in a way that we can't move on? Who knows? Because we focus on what's right. We focus on helping those who don't look at us in that manner.
Right. For me, I always have to keep my whys at the forefront of my mind. So my why, is to educate the community on home ownership and to help minority and LGBTQ agents become productive. So when things like we have been at churches and they be like, oh my God, they're gay in the church. I'm here to teach you how to become a homeowner, and I'm here to give you information. And once we get to talking, and once we, stand in our purpose of being there, they calm down and they forget, that goes to the back of their mind because we're here to serve. Who I'm married to or who I sleep with or the color of my skin should not matter to you. I'm here to serve you. And I always just try to keep that at the forefront. It's my service to the community and the service to my why. So I can't dwell on it. I have a lot of things to carry and I just refuse to carry other people's prejudices with me.
Right.
I can't do
There
it.
you go. Well, life's too short, right?
Right.
It is.
I can't.
It's too much to do.
Yeah. So now it sounds like very involved community. You are helping in the home ownership initiatives, especially in the Black community, and trying to help and with home ownership as as a concept and to get people in there. How do you organize and is that your primary lead generation strategy, or what do you do? Where is your lead generation primarily focused?
Our sphere of influence is we get a lot of leads from our sphere, uh, namely Facebook.
Social
Okay.
media. We are very
Social
social media heavy.
Yeah.
Our personal database, like our sphere, our family, our friends, uh, our sphere of influence is really strong. So and we tend to work those to the best of our ability.
Absolutely.
So for years, and up until last year, we had never did anything outside of our sphere of influence to garnish leads. But of course, when you take on a team, you have to start stretching yourself and thinking and looking at other ways to get leads because it's bigger than yours. It's bigger than you at that point. But I tell every agent, all you have to do is work your database. You have more than enough in your database. If you manage it, if you work it, and if you use the things that are free to you, you will have more than enough. But we have to utilize what's in front of us. And I'm big on data on utilizing my database for leads. If I see that things are slowing down, we're on the phones. We're calling
Right.
people.
Now, what database or CRM do you use primarily?
So we have I like to think that my CRM is twofold. It's more old school and new school. So we definitely use KB Core. It is super powerful. We've used others in the past. I really like it. Keeps track of your clients, gives you tasks, things like that. But I am a planner junkie now. Like back in like old high school, carry a planner around, get a good planner, and I write down and I keep track of, since I'm already in it, looking at my day and my week, I can follow up with my clients.
Then we have
Okay.
to
Do you have
upload
a
everyone
particular
on Sunday.
planner that, do you have a planner, a particular type of planner that you prefer to?
So my favorite right now is the what's the one I had last year? The Panda planner. I like
Okay.
Panda.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so it has affirmations in there you can put in. It puts it all the way out. And we also have an agent planner that we just got that's specifically toward real estate, and we just love them. I love getting my
Okay.
planner out on Sunday and looking at like, okay, what are we doing this week? And having that right at your fingertips. You can always
You
have
know,
your hand on your business.
there's something to that. I keep on, there's obviously technology makes things a little bit more efficient, but a lot of times it's not the best tool for keeping things top of mind. Whereas a paper
Exactly.
planner, can keep things more top of mind because you can carry it around with you in a different way than you do your phone or your tablet or your computer.
Right.
So I actually feel like in some respects I was more productive with a physical planner than I am digitally, but I actually know that I'm actually more productive just because I've got so much stuff I'm keeping track of. There's no
Oh
way
yeah.
one planner could keep track of it.
No.
Yeah. I have to make sure that I go through my planner and upload everything into the proper platform. Like sometimes if I had a busy day, I'll do it at the end of the day. But on Sundays specifically, I'll sit there and go through my planner and make sure that everything was in my calendar, that everything is in KB Core. But another thing that the planner does for me, and I promise you, is the power of attraction. So if I write something in my planner and if I look at it, it's going to happen.
Yes.
Yes, it's going to happen. So that's one thing. That's why I can't let it go, because I have to have it
Oh,
in
there you go.
writing.
Well,
I have to
if it
see
works,
it.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, and it's yeah. If you can see it, then it automatically reminds you to take the next step, even if it's just a micro step toward whatever that thing is. And that's the beauty of reading
Yes.
something, seeing something. So I have to do other hacks to try to get those top of mind. Like I've got this thing called what it's where is it? It's one of my tabs here, but it basically will open up um, a specific web page every time I open up a new tab on my browser. So it takes me straight to my Trello board that I use as my primary vehicle. But even then, I still don't pay as much attention to it if it was a paper planner. So I
Yeah.
totally with you. So what would be some advice that you would give to an agent who wants to be successful in their career?
Get a planner would definitely be number one. And
Okay, there you go.
I would
Paper
say,
planner.
yes, absolutely. And I spent one thing that's unique about me is I actually started reading books prior to wanting to be a real estate agent. Like, oh, okay, so it was LaShawn's idea. So she was like, oh, you should be a real estate agent. I was like, okay, well, what's that? So learn your craft. We're heavily involved in the community because we're helping people with the biggest purchase of their life. And you should really lean into the fact that you're making those big generational changes. So learn the craft, educate yourself, develop good habits. Just start out strong. If you start out strong and right, your business will just continue to flourish.
Yeah. And my advice is there is no shortcut to doing the work.
Absolutely.
You have to do the work. We are realtors. Our job is to collect people and to talk to people. You have to talk to 10 people a day. If you don't talk to 10 people a day about your business, you probably won't have any. There is no shortcut to doing the work. You can take all the classes are great. Seminars are great. Going to conventions is wonderful, but you have to do the work and you have to meet and talk to people. We have to get out of being a real estate agent. Sometimes is uncomfortable, but you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable and practice your craft.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, LaShawn and Towanna. Really appreciate you taking the time to be on the podcast with me today. You can reach you. I think I've got at Team Peterson Jackson on Instagram, and also
Yes.
teampetersonjackson.com, I think is the web address. Is that correct?
Yes,
That's
sir.
correct.
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. So everyone, thanks for listening. I'm watching this episode as well. And with that, till next time, thanks everyone.